It seems like just last week, Escuela Grind was considered one of the cool bands floating around the hardcore scene, but that's not the case as we sit here today. Today, everybody is very mad at Escuela Grind for a couple different reasons. A whole bunch of drama and shade is being thrown at this band right now, and I won't lie to you, I'm here for it. I also understand that it means it's time for me to get some work done. All right, it's time for me to clock in. Hey, how's it going? My name is Dan Frampton. Thank you so much for kicking back with me here today. Please like this video to get it boosted. Subscribe if it's your first time here. Now let's dive in to some hardcore scene drama. Hardcore scene drama is the reason why this channel exists, and for once I'm not involved in it, and I gotta love it. Now, Escuela Grind have been floating around the hardcore scene for a couple years now, doing a bit of the power violence thing, doing a bit of the death metal kind of thing, and people have been thinking this band is pretty cool. They're getting some stuff done. But last week I saw this post from their guitar player Tom, and I started to scratch my head a little bit, being like, oh no, is there trouble in paradise? Is everything not what it seems? What's going on? It seems like their guitar player is leaving the band. So let's read his little post here, shall we? So we don't lose any of this key context. He says, "These next two shows will be my last with Escuela Grind. I was informed I'm being replaced after bringing up some safety concerns. It was an honor exerting every ounce of energy I had for you. All of those shows, I was getting busy, not gonna lie. The greatest times, though, above all else, was meeting all of you, my new friends. You all pulled me in and sold me on this life again after many years away from heavy music. Until next time." Oh, you were informed you're being replaced because you brought up safety concerns. That doesn't seem like something that good people would do to their friend. You know, if a friend brought a safety concern to me and I was in a band with them, I would do something to kind of make a compromise. I'd want this person to feel comfortable, especially when they help my band rip venues to shreds. And then someone goes on to say, it seems kind of lame for them to replace you because you had a safety concern. And he responded to that. Tom says, "I brought it up and tried to address how other members didn't care my safety/hearing was being jeopardized carelessly, and instead they wanted to make excuses for the other member. I was battled at every step for literally trying to not have it happen again, and the response I was told I was whining and quote unquote killing the vibe. Then was told, we're looking for a replacement anyways." But that's it. Nothing crazy, no drama here. No drama, you say? That sounds like all drama. We probably just don't mesh. I'm stoked I got to play at all these shows. Well, it seems like he's going about it in a positive way. You want to be there for the good time, you know what I mean? So he's trying to not seem like he's killing the vibe here in this comment a little bit. And I don't think that's killing the vibe. If he has concerns and brings it up and is getting battled at every step, you'd expect them to be like, okay, let's do this and that, da-da-da-da. But no, let's fight the guy and then replace him. Sounds kind of crazy, I don't know. But this situation itself was enough to have everybody start yapping. Everybody across the hardcore aisle are now bickering at one another. Twitter is like literally set ablaze. And that brings us to the most recent development. Yesterday, a former driver comes out and makes this gigantic post over here. And in this gigantic post, they run down members of the band and crew specifically, levy SA allegations, and generally just try to voice their concerns about the situation going on. We got to get the whole context, so I'm going to read the entire thing. This comes from their former van driver. "If anyone recalls, I drove for the band for a bit. There was a lot of mistreatment throughout the entire tour. Not just for myself, but I kept my mouth shut where I could, and just hung in there until I saw an exit. I looked crazy on the internet for a second, pushing people until I got some sort of apology, but the apologies never came. I never got paid in full. You kicked my best homie out of the band, and you clowns are on your way home. So let's fucking get it. Jesse, how fucking dare you speak to people the way you do? Whether it be people working for you, your friends, your bandmates, you are trash. You think the shit you do and say is going to just disappear? You can delete hate comments, but you can't delete my experience, and you can't get rid of the people you fucked over. You boasted about leaving people on the side of the road, informed me I was simply your employee when I brought up concerns about the van and trailer. You hired a fucking tour manager that SH'd me every day. Pathetic. Coward. Chris Cotter, the tour manager. You talked at the side of my head for 2.5 weeks and underestimated me every step of the way. You flirted with me nonstop, despite me telling you every single day in every single way that I did not like you. No, I don't want to go camping or hiking. No, I don't want to peg you. No, I do not think some people come along as sexual shamans. And it's insane to me that the activist with the homemade gay sex and class war patch would be such a fucking predator. I'd spit in your face if I knew it wouldn't give you a hard on, you fucking prick. Katerina, it's disgusting to me that you would stand up there on stage every night and pretend to be the voice for girls, gays, and theys, but you didn't advocate for a single one that I saw. Shruggy emoji. Weird. You allowed Jesse to ruin your band's reputation and honestly, everyone's mental health that I saw. But I'm just a fucking driver. What do I know? If y'all would have taken 5 minutes to get to know me like I spent the entire 2.5 weeks getting to know y'all, you'd know I was more than qualified to handle your shit. All the rumors are true. Black heart emoji. 2.5 weeks? All this happened in 2.5 weeks? That's insane. This went from being a story of a band member leaving because of safety concerns to now the former van driver throwing SA allegations into the mix. And with the way that it's shown that Escuela Grind treat people, I'm bound to believe every word of this statement here. But for legal reasons, I do have to say that these are all allegations. The band hasn't pulled through with their own response, but the current guitar player did. I can't find the original post, but there is a transcription of that response on Metal Injection over here, where it says, Escuela Grind guitarist Chrissy Morash has since responded to the claims, denying the SA allegations and accusing the driver of not being able to do their job properly. Despite the allegations, Escuela Grind has not issued an official statement on the collective behalf. Alright, so what did they say? Yay, more reading! Drama. We were happy to let you go because not only did you lie about being able to park trailers, you let your emotions affect your driving capabilities, aggressively driving behind/yelling at other cars. We have had friends get their vans shot at for this. You were not getting rest for long drives and chose to party with other bands and to drink before we left venues. You nearly wrecked into oncoming traffic after braking too late on the LA freeway. However, you couldn't even accept suggestions for driving safer in the future. This really does seem like a very dramatic environment with a whole lot of very combustible personalities. I'm literally the reason why Jesse had to talk to you about the behavior in Fresno, and you buckled, gave up, and insisted that we thought you would steal things from the van while trying to leave. We bought Airbnbs to make sure you were comfortable, but yet you had a problem with not getting to choose which bed you slept on. We had a bed in the back for you to rest on during the day as well. We were nothing but accommodating towards you. To insist Chris is a predator when he did not touch you or even ask to peg you is insulting when I watched you get things out of him for your own benefit. Patting his head, and he would do things for you. These are not really the best written statements in the world. They're impossible to read. There's no sense of grammar going on here. Just emotional children yelling at one another. Back into this statement. Day 3 at DC, after damaging our van, we still showed you love and compassion. Jesse sat and talked with you for hours in the cold because we believed in you. To turn around and not consider any of this shows your true behavior, and it is disheartening. I am not feeling the love and respect you are portraying to a small group of this band on social media. I bit my lip and waited to even say anything about this because it wasn't anyone's business, and I considered you were maybe going through something in your personal life. Whoa, wow. Holy shit. I figured you were just going a little crazy, so I didn't want to respond. All right. While I'm still grateful for you taking time out of your life to help us, I hope you find other ways to deal with your incompetence in the future. That's an insane line. I hope you find other ways to deal with your incompetence in the future. Now, if all of this is crazy, if this person isn't sleeping, if this person is partying and swerving all over the road and nearly killing this band, still doesn't really give them the right to be bad people. But I think it's so great. There are so many good lines in here. And when I put it back into my brain thinking, this happened all in 2.5 weeks, how do they all have so much to say? Where is all of this coming from? Twitter and Reddit are blowing up for this, memes up the wazoo, and people aren't acting surprised because Katarina the singer apparently comes from a very rich family, and Jesse the drummer is a Freemason according to this picture over here. So we got a bunch of Freemason rich kids masquerading as working class hardcore kids. Pathetic. That is the biggest crime of all. Well, unless there was actual SA going on, then that would be the actual worst thing going on. But because of everything that I just laid out right there, the internet is now very mad at Escuela Grind. They're not really looking like sweethearts out here. Okay, that's gonna be about it for me. See you later.